So yeah, today we will be looking at the ideal team for FPL going forward in the next 4 weeks. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, I don't really have any views, but I would appreciate if you can yeah spread it to your friends. So yeah, we will look at the top expected point scorers for FPL going forward. So if you consider all the players, you have Salah as number one with 13 million with 31.8 points in the next 4 game weeks. Son with 12 million, 29.7 points in the coming 4 game weeks. Kane with 11.4 in the with 28.7 points in the next 4 game weeks. De Bruyne from MCI is a midfielder at 12 million. Uh, and he has 25.9 points expected in the next 4 game weeks. So now we have less than 10 million Alexander Trent Arnold at 7.5 millions from Liverpool, who is a defender, expected to score 25.9 points over the next 4 game weeks. Haaland from MCI, who is a forward, coming in at 11.7 million and expected to score 25.7 points the next 4 game weeks. Sterling from Chelsea coming in at a midfielder valued at 10 million, expected to score 24.5 points in the next 4 game weeks. James from Chelsea, who is a defender at 6 million, expected to score 22.7. Foden from MCI, who is a mid, coming in at 8 million, expected to score 22.5 points in the next 4 game weeks. Luis Diaz from Liverpool, who is a midfielder, coming in at 8 million, expected to score 22.4 points in the next 4 game weeks. Robertson, who is from Liverpool, who is a defender, coming in at 7 million, expected to score 22.4 points in the next coming game week. Expected players to score in the next 4 game weeks. If you look at the defenders, we have Trent Alexander Arnold, 7.5 millions expected to score 25.9 points in the next 4 game weeks, or about six points per game. Then we have James coming in at 6 million with 22.7 points, 22.7 expected points in the next 4 game weeks. Robertson coming in from Liverpool, of course, who's a defender, coming in at 7 million, who's expected to score 22.4 points in the first 4 game weeks. Cancelo from MCI coming in at 7 million, expected to score 22 points in the next 4 game weeks. Van Dijk from Liverpool, expect coming in at 6.5 million, expected to score 19.8 points. But if you have Trent Alexander Arnold and Robertson and Van Dijk, then you may not have a certain someone in the midfield. So Van Dijk really, if yeah, it depends. If you have, then it's not really an option. Then Walker coming at 5.1 million, expected to score 18.6 points in the next 4 game weeks. Then you have Thiago Silva, who's coming in at 5.5 million. So Thiago Silva is a good option then. They expected to score 18.5 points in the next 4 game weeks. Diaz, which I have at 6 million, comes in at 18.4 points in the next 4 game weeks. So Kurela, who is coming in at 5 million, expected to score 17.4 points. Romero from Tottenham comes in at 5 million, expected to score 17.3 points in the next 4 game weeks. Koulibaly from Chelsea coming in at 5.5 million, expected to score 17.2 points in the next 4 game weeks. Zinchenko, 5.1 million, expected to score 17 points. And then Nathan Nake from MCI comes in at 5 million, expected to score 16.6, which is about yeah, 4 points a game week. So yeah, that's the difference between Ake, who comes in at 5. All these are playing around, at least the top ones, around 20 points in the 20 or around 20 points or greater than 20 points in the next 4 game weeks. I personally have Trent, James, Robertson, Cancelo, and Diaz. I do not have Walker, Van Dijk, Thiago Silva, but I have Diaz. So yeah, if you look at the top mids, Salah is expected to score 31.8 points in the next 4 game weeks. Son is expected to score 29.5 points in the next 4 game weeks. De Bruyne is expected to score 25.9 points. But all these people, if you know the defenders were 20 and above, this is 25 and above. But of course, these are 13 million, 12 million, and 12 million. Sterling is expected to comes in at 10 million, expected to score 24.5 points the next 4 game weeks. Foden, who is coming in at 8 million, expected to score 22.5 points in the next 4 game weeks. Luis Diaz, 22.4 points in the next 4 game weeks. Martinelli at 6.2, 21.4 points in the next 4 game weeks. Saka at 8 million from Arsenal, coming in at 21.1 points in the next 4 game weeks. Mount coming in at 8 million, scoring more than 20.5 points over the next 4 game weeks. Fernandez coming in at 9.9 million, expected to score 20.3 points over the next 4 game weeks. Kuliskevski, who's coming in at 8.1 million, expected to score 18.6. Sancho coming in at 7.4, expected to score 18.2 points over the next 4 game weeks. Bowen coming in at 8.5 uh, over the next 4 game weeks, 17.7. And Neto with 5.5 million, expected to score 17.4 points. So, yeah, expected points goes to Kane, 11.4 million, 28.7. Then Haaland with 11.7. Haaland with 11.7 is 25.7 points. Vardy with 9.5, 21.3 points. Jesus with 8 million, 20.6 points. I mean, in 1 game week, in the last game week, Jesus scored 19 points. So, yeah, it's expected to score 20.6 points over the next 4 game weeks. Welbeck with 6.5. This can be a good shout. Danny Welbeck, ex Manchester United player from Brighton, currently playing for Brighton, and then scoring 20.1 points. Tony from Brentford, coming from 7 million, expected to score 19.7 points. Havertz from Chelsea forward, coming in at 7.9 million, is scoring expected to score 17.8 points. And Johnson from NFO is a forward, 6 million, expected to score 17.6 points. Then Ronaldo from Manchester United, 10.4 million, expected to score 17.5 points. Darwin at 9.1 million, expected to score 16.8 points. Mbumo from Brentford with 6 million, expected to score 16.7 points. Mitrovic, 6.6 million, coming in, expected to score 16 points over the next 4 game weeks. Bamford coming in at 7.5 million, scoring 15.3 points over the next 4 game weeks. Wilson from 7.5 million, scoring expected to score 15.2 points. So, yeah, now let's look at the goalkeepers. Yeah, Ellison with 5.5 million, with 18.8 expected points. Ederson from, of course, MCI, expected to score 17.6 million, 17.6 points. Loris, 5.5 million, expected to score 16.7 points. Ramsdale coming in at 5 million, 16.7 points again. So Lloris and Ramsdale are tied for the number 3 position. With this is, of course, over the next 4 game weeks. Mendy comes in with 5 million. So, of course, Ramsdale is still the best 5 million keeper out there. Mendy with 5 million, expected to score 16.1 points. Sanchez with 4.5 million, expected to score 15.1 points. And then Guaita, 14.9. Pickford, Everton, 4.5, expected to score 14.5. Sa comes in at 5 million, expected to score 14.3. But of course, Uzi Sa just scored 15 points in a single game week. So did Dean Henderson. So, yeah. Raya with 4.5, expected to score 14.3. Towers from Bournemouth, 4.5, 14.3. Nick Pope, 5 million, expected to score 14.1. Yep. So if you look at the ideal team going forward, from game week 3 for 4 games, here is the team in accordance to 100 million. So you have Cancelo at the bank, Trent, Cancelo at the back, Trent, Robertson, Walker, James, Salah, Martinelli, Neto, Jesus, and Kane. So what we have is a team rating of 98%, game week rating of 91%, and predicted points are 64.4. So yeah, so if you go with this team, which according to me is ideal, if as per the next 4 game weeks, then the team rating, and of course it should be less than 100 million. It has a team rating of 98%. So of course you have Kane instead of Haaland, which is Haaland is more owned. Then you have Neto, who's expected to score a lot in the next few game weeks. And then you have Walker instead of a popular option as Diaz. The formation is of course 5-3-2, five defenders at the back, three midfielders, and two forwards in Jesus and Kane. Three midfielders with Salah captain for this game week, expected to score 6.9 points, Martinelli and Neto. And then at the back, you have Cancelo, Alexander Arnold, Robertson, Walker, and then James. Total points. So if you look at my team, I have a slight variation of this. I don't really have the exact team. So instead of Walker, I have Diaz at the back. So I have Cancelo, Alexander Arnold, Robertson, and then I have Diaz instead of Walker. Then I have James, then I have Salah, Martinelli, I have Jesus. But instead of Neto and Kane, I have Andreas and Haaland right now. So the three players that are different are Diaz instead of Walker, Andreas instead of Neto, and Haaland instead of Kane. I have a team rating of 95% and the game week rating of 89% with predicted points 63. So yeah, the ideal team has a team rating of 98, whereas I have 95. Game week they have 91, I have 89. Their predicted points is 64.4, whereas mine is 63. So yeah, this team is slightly statistically better. 2%, no, 3% team week rating wise better. Game week rating wise 2% better, and predicted points wise 1.4 points better in game week 3. So yeah, but in 3% overall, which takes in five week game weeks going forward. So yeah, if you look at game week 4, then Ramsdale plays Fulham, Cancelo plays Crystal Palace, Liverpool plays Bournemouth, Liverpool plays Alexander Arnold plays Bournemouth, Robertson plays Bournemouth, Walker plays Crystal Palace, James plays Leicester, Salah, of course, like Trent and Robertson plays Bournemouth, Martinelli plays Fulham, and Neto plays Newcastle, Jesus plays Fulham, and Kane plays Nottingham Forest. So yeah, in this ideal team where you have Walker, Neto, and Kane, the team rating is 98%, game week rating is 97%, and predicted points are 76.8, with of course Salah captain against Bournemouth. So yeah, 76.8 is really, really good. So you would be, of course, in the top million, approximately more or less, yeah, top million out of the 9 million managers. And your rank would reduce significantly or increase depending on the way you look at it. Yeah. So my team, I have team rating of 94%, whereas they have 98%. So 4% decrease. Game week rating, they have 97, mine is 93. They have expected points 76.8. Mine expected points is 73.5. So still slightly not good as compared to them. Of course, Cancelo plays Crystal Palace in game week 4. Alexander Arnold plays Crystal Palace. Robertson plays Crystal Palace. Cancelo plays Crystal Palace. Diaz plays Crystal Palace. Alexander Trent Arnold plays Bournemouth. Robertson plays Bournemouth in game week 4. James plays Leicester. Ramsdale plays Fulham. Martinelli plays Fulham. Andreas plays Arsenal, of course. So I would have to replace Andreas if I in game week 4 and probably put in Bailey or someone else. Then I have Jesus who's playing against Fulham, and then I have Haaland playing against Crystal Palace. So yeah, this is game week 4. My team rating is 94%, whereas the ideal team rating is 98%. Game week rating is 93%, whereas the ideal team's rating is 97%. Expected points 73.5, whereas they have 76.8. So yeah, game week five. If you look at game week five, according to the ideal team rating is 98%. Game week rating is 92%, and predicted points are 69.3. So yeah, and the last one, both are captaining Salah in game week three. You have both are captaining Salah as well. So in game week three, Salah plays Man United, and in game week four, Salah plays Bournemouth. So in both of these, Salah is the captain. Yeah, Kane plays Nottingham Forest. Yeah, but and Haaland plays Crystal Palace, but none of them are good captaining option according to this tool. Yeah, game week five, if you see the 98% is the team rating. Game week rating is 92% as per the team rating is 92% team rating is 92% as per the tool, and the prediction is 69.3. This is the ideal team. So we have Ramsdale playing against Aston Villa, Cancelo playing against Nottingham Forest, Trent Alexander-Arnold playing against Newcastle, Robertson playing against Newcastle, Walker playing against Nottingham Forest, James playing against Southampton, Salah captain playing against Newcastle, Martinelli playing against Aston Villa, Neto playing against Bournemouth, James playing against Aston Villa, and Kane playing against West Ham United. So yeah, this is the ideal team. 98% team rating, 92% game week rating, as well as predicted points are 69.3. Whereas I have a better rating for the first time. I mean, game week rating, not overall rating. Yeah. So my rating for this in game week five is 95% as compared to the ideal team's rating, which is 92%. Their game week points are 69.3. My expected game week points is 71.2. So I have Cancelo playing Nottingham Forest at 6.7. Trent Alexander-Arnold playing Newcastle, Robertson playing Newcastle, Ramsdale playing Aston Villa, Diaz playing Nottingham Forest, James playing Southampton, Martinelli playing Aston Villa, Salah playing Newcastle, Jesus playing Aston Villa, Haaland playing Nottingham Forest. Yeah, of course, with Haaland being captain, that's the only differentiator. I can captain Haaland at expected points 8.5, whereas Kane is playing West Ham United, who has yeah, that's the main differentiator. Haaland playing Nottingham Forest in game week five is like Haaland playing Bournemouth in game week two, where he's expected to score. He may or may not score. That's a different thing. But yeah, he is expected to get 8.5 points. Andreas with playing Brighton at 3.2 points. James playing Southampton. So all is same. The only difference is Diaz versus Nottingham Forest, whereas Walker versus Nottingham, and then you have Neto versus Bournemouth as compared to Andreas versus Brighton, and then I have Haaland, whereas in the ideal team it has Kane. So yeah, and then in game week six, the team rating against for ideal is 98%, game week rating of 92%. And yeah, this time Kane is playing Fulham. So Kane captain with expected points of 8.3. Whereas Salah against Everton is also enticing at 8.2 points. Again, you have Cancelo playing Aston Villa, Trent Alexander-Arnold playing Everton, Robertson playing Everton, Walker playing Aston Villa, James playing West Ham United, Martinelli playing Manchester United. That is a lucrative one. I mean, you can captain anyone who's playing against Manchester United right now. Neto playing Southampton, Kane playing captain against Fulham, Jesus playing against Manchester United. Jesus against Manchester United is a very, very good shout. Very, very good shout. In Ramsdale, I have the same thing, but I have Salah captain against Everton. My game week rating is 85% with the predicted point 64.4, whereas their prediction points is 69.7. So, yeah, again, a slight difference of less than 10%. Yeah, less than 10%. Game week rating of 85%. I do not have Kane versus Fulham. I have Holland versus Aston Villa. So yeah, I have the same thing instead, and then I have Andreas against Tottenham. So which is also a tough team. So yeah, I have James versus West Ham United, Martinelli against Manchester United, Ramsdale against Manchester United, Jesus versus against Manchester United, Cancelo, Diaz, and Haaland versus Aston Villa. Salah captain against Everton, and yeah, predicted points is 64 with a game week rating of 85%. So yeah, the conclusion is, yeah, if you look at the next four game weeks, so the top scoring player is Salah with 31.8 points, followed by Son and Kane with 29 and 28. Top defender is Trent Alexander-Arnold at 25.9, James 22.7, Robertson 22.4, Cancelo 22. Uh, if you look at the top mids, Salah 31.8, Son 29.5, De Bruyne 25.9, Sterling 24.5. If you look at the top forwards, then Kane at 28.7, Haaland with 25.7, Vardy with 21.3, and Jesus with 20.6. In goalkeeper, yeah, Alisson with 18.8, Ederson with 17.6, Lloris with 16.7. So yeah, if you look at the ideal team considering the expected game week points in the next four, you have Ramsdale, Cancelo, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Walker, James, Salah, Martinelli, Neto, Jesus, and Kane. So my team is a bit different. Instead of Walker, Neto, and Kane, I have Diaz, and then along with Holland at the top. Yeah. So comment, like, and share, and thank you, and see you later.